Welcome back to the Uranium Fever channel. The latest player test server for Fallout 76 is now live, and with it we have lots of new datamines of items coming soon to the Atomic Shop, rewards for limited time events, and some new things coming with the Atlantic City update. In today's video, we're taking a look at a huge selection of items, including new camp objects, new power armor, a selection of classic Fallout rewards for a new limited time event, some new masks, and a completely new feature coming to camp building. Some new items that will actually allow you to control the weather inside of your own camp. Let's get started. Special thanks to Sugarbombs Rads for providing me with the visuals for today's video, consistently giving us a first look at new items coming to the game. Please give them a follow on Twitter, all their links in the video description. First up today, let's run through a series of items that will be available from an upcoming limited time event later this month. October 23rd will be the 5th anniversary of Fallout 76, and to go alongside this there's a birthday themed selection of items that will be earnable from this event. This is the free item you'll be getting, and it's called the birthday suit. And wearing this while completing a series of challenges will also net you a new bomber jacket called the Sugar Bomber, as well as a Sugar Bombs themed fridge. And there's also a pair of Brahmin themed suits, a box of Fallout 76 jumpsuits, a birthday hat, and even a birthday cake too, which is also another floor decor item. Let everyone know that you're celebrating with the birthday wallpaper. And there's another cool floor decor reward from this event, which is a damaged Gek machine. But that's not all though. You'll have to complete other challenges to claim a birthday rug, birthday rolling pin skin, vault shelter poster, mystery crate, 5th anniversary flags, and a new skin for the fermenter, which is Nukashine themed, and is maybe the pick of the bunch for me. Finally, there's a set of photo mode frames that will also be added with this anniversary event, and Mr. Handy, Deathclaw, Raider, and Vault Boy options for you to choose from. I'll be going over this event in more detail next week, showing all the challenges that you'll need to complete and which ones you can earn these items from. Moving on, Halloween is getting some new stuff as well. Once the spooky scorched are back in town, look out for these items. A series of new honeycomb paper lamps featuring 2 ghosts, 2 pumpkins, and a spider lamp. This trio of animal gas masks are back in this latest datamine as well. The bear, gazelle, and rooster masks look like they'll be spooky scorched rewards later this year. A pair of new weapon skins will also be available as well for the assault rifle and chainsaw, and there's some new headwear options too, with a recolored executioner hood and green skull helmet. The giant T-Rex statue comes in red now too, and there's also a princess backpack now as well. The Hellfire V2 set is slated to be available from this, but it also seems that the set will be broken down into plans for each piece. And there's also Dr. Bones. I'm really not holding my breath with this one, but yet again, this skeleton is slated to be on its way. Will Dr. Bones finally release come Halloween? Lastly, we have the glowing skull headwear and outfit, and a new camp utility item. This is actually a Mothman nest, which visually looks the same as the nest found in Point Pleasant, and seems to actually be set up to produce Mothman eggs periodically. Leaving Halloween items behind, we move on to a series of weapon skins, which might actually already be live in the PTS. One of the new features in the current build, the responders have moved into the Gilman lumber mill, and a new named character there will actually sell these, but these being a rusted, gunmetal, and Vault-Tec paint, which can be applied to the 10mm pistol, 44 pistol, baseball bat, combat rifle, pump action shotgun, and lastly a new backpack skin as well, which is actually called the starter backpack. All very accessible within the lumber mill just down the road from 76. Similar to the Pit Expedition update, a paid bundle is slated to release alongside Atlantic City. Available directly from the store, previous versions included items like the Fanatics power armor and Fusion Core recharger. The Atlantic City version is slated to include these items: a secret aquarium door, rig roll-up backpack, honeypot of gold slot machine, and the new power armor skin, the Civic Duty set. Although we don't have any visuals just yet, it's also looking like a casino build kit will also feature in this bundle. The holiday season already has some items in the pipeline, a selection of small decorative items which include a nutcracker soldier, gingerbread man, candle, and Santa Claus, as well as more light options with these festive ceiling lights, and there's quite a lot to pick from. Lastly, the final items are a large starlight, Santa sleigh, and straw goat. Finishing up with items coming with particular events or dates, there's 2 new Fasnach masks, which have been datamined, and these are both Blue Devil themed. Not 100% sure how this next one will feature, but there's a Vault 33 jumpsuit that has storefront images already, meaning we're probably getting a loose tie-in to the upcoming Fallout series. A trio of golf carts are set to be added to the Treasure Hunter loot pool, which is great news and hopefully the first of many added rewards for that limited time event. But leaving event rewards behind, let's move on to the Atomic Shop datamines, starting with camp objects. A massive new prefab structure, the Haunted Church Bell Tower, looks like the perfect centerpiece for many a Halloween creation, so expect to see this later this month. Hopefully the bell at the top will be interactive of course. A burned version of the previously released Abandoned Mine set is set to release as the Burned House kit. A Burned House floor has also been datamined, and it looks like it will pair perfectly with this new set. Not much to go on for this next one, but we have a single image of a boat taken straight out of the game world. There's no storefronts just yet, meaning we might have a bit longer to wait, and it isn't 100% confirmed either how we can get our hands on this item just yet. Whatever the case, I really like the look of this one. In a similar fashion, there's also a dock kit set that's also been datamined, which looks like it's been pulled straight out of the Ohio River Adventures location. The cement truck isn't just a buildable item for your camp, it has a function as the latest camp collector you can place down, producing concrete scrap periodically. There's a really interesting idea for an item coming up next. Another camp object seemingly plucked from the world space, this destroyed highway kit looks amazing in these storefront images. There's also a new shipping container paint on the way, this time sporting a camo look. And this comes with two variants, one opened and one closed. And up next, one of my most anticipated items, the latest massive prefab structure called the Woodland Retreat. This render is slightly more detailed than the version I showed previously, but this has to be in the running for the biggest prefab yet on first viewing. Leaving the bigger stuff behind for now, let's take a closer look at some new camp furniture. Up first, we have an armoire stash box and a Helvetia nightstand stash box. And to go with the latter, there's also a Helvetia dresser and a cushioned bench. Next is a guest bed and a Boardwalk Bonanza pinball machine, and I half expect that to be related to Atlantic City in some way, so perhaps we won't actually see that one in the Atomic Shop. These two look good, there's a barber's chair and shoe shine machine, and here's how both of them look once used. Moving on to lights, and we begin with a trio of different designs, this mezzanine light, Helvetia table lamp, and a commemorative Vault Boy lamp. There's also a pair of bedside lamps which come in green or red, and last but not least a Vault Girl fireworks stand and cocktail sign. There were quite a few utility items in this latest batch of Datamines, starting off with a perfume dispenser, meat locker refrigerator, and a Vault Boy balloon station, which can be interacted with, producing balloons as seen in these storefront images. There's a new skin for the Tinker's Workbench, which is surprisingly a torture rack, and we also have a new option for weapon displays called the Light Me Up. Here's how both of these look set down in a camp. Up next we have a new generator called the Power Shelter. I'm not sure yet how much power this will produce, but given its impressive size, I wouldn't be surprised if this offers the most so far. Moving on to power armors, there's a new paint for the commonest power armor called the Dark Star, which is up first, and here's how it looks in game. There's a Free State set called the Freedom Forge, which will most likely feature in a new Free States themed bundle, as there's also a weapon and outfit of the same name coming up later. Next we have a series of helmets with the cardboard robot head, close shave, and flaming skull rider. There's also a Faznach Ogwa head, Ghost Skull head, and Nurse's headband, which is also on the way in the outfit department. A Nurse's outfit and stylish skirt are also on the way as well. And here's a full look at those costumes now, with the close shave outfit and mask on the left, and cardboard robot on the right. This outfit is called the Freedom Forge as well, so expect this to appear alongside the power armor from earlier on, and on the right there's a ghost skeleton costume to go with the mask. The latest player vendor is the Street Corner Salesman, a red rocket robot wearing a large overcoat and hat, and I'm interested to see if this robot will be completely stationary, or use limited movement, or perhaps even the first vending machine that will actually move around your camp. Only one new pose has been datamined so far, and this is called the Roasted Hot Dog. Here's how it looks in the storefront images. Now let's move on to weapons. This series of weapon skins have appeared again, suggesting we might actually be seeing them soon. Each skin is called the Light Me Up, similar to the weapon rack from earlier on, and can be applied to the Gatling gun, handmade rifle, and pump action shotgun. There's also a communist themed paint for the combat rifle, a splintered stove pipe paint for the double-barreled shotgun, and the Freedom Forge paint for the Tesla rifle, which unsurprisingly given the earlier items comes in Free States colours. Finally we have a Cryolator paint called the Soft Serve, a tickled pink paint for the Gauss minigun, a Soft Serve paint as well for the Plasma Caster, and a Quantum Burst paint for the lever action rifle. Floor decor is up, and there's a Silver Shroud wax figurine, souvenir music box, a series of miniatures called the Vault Tech Holiday Set, which also includes a miniature nuke explosion, caravan, and Vault 76 itself. There's also a bridge, log cabin, and post office which bring up the last couple. Next there's a trio of vials, these are the bile, blood, and plasma. A busted radio and tire road sign are also on the way. There's a new backpack skin called the Atomic Set, and a donut backpack flare. Plushies, of course there was going to be some new ones, starting with 2 Atlantic City themed toys, the Overgrown featuring in 2 different designs, and some more traditional Mr. Fuzzies with the Sergeant Fuzzy and Rusty Fuzzy. This pumpkin is technically floor decor as well, but it also doubles up as the latest shooting target, which comes with a unique explosion animation. One of the creepy inclusions on this list today, there's a set of mounted doll heads. reminiscent of some of the sights that you could see in Point Lookout. Dinosaur sculptures are expanding the options for the T-Rex, as there's also a giant Brontosaurus and Triceratops which can be added to your collection. A pair of casino room floor textures come in red and green, and now we move on to wall decor, with a blacksmith sign, broken bell reef, American flag quilt, shackled skeleton, skull knocker, a collection of buildable spider webs, and a Nuka-Cola thermometer. Finally for today, we have a section of unassigned items which don't have storefronts just yet, meaning these could end up featuring pretty much anywhere. Beginning with these, and they're simply called Utility Fusion boxes for now, as they come with 4 different variants. There's also a new set of junk fences that have been found in the files too. An interesting new outfit and hat combo called the Rail Splitter seems to be from a different time entirely. And there's also a series of knitted sweaters. I particularly like the Mothman variant in the middle. Lastly for today, we have the items I'm most excited to try out. The new weather control stations which will be buildable within your camp and comes with a set weather. How this is going to work I'm not entirely sure yet, but it will also include a variant for Atlantic City which you can see on the left, which is slated to use the boardwalk weather. The middle one is the standard version and will apparently use Radstorm. And on the right we have Snow, perhaps the most interesting of the lot. How will this look once set down and activated is something that I'm very excited to see for myself. But with that, we've reached the end of today's video. What did you think of these new items shown today? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. If you enjoyed this particular video, please consider subscribing to help the channel grow. We post a variety of Fallout 76 content, so turning on the bell icon is definitely the best way to stay up to date. With that said, I am off. Thank you for watching and we'll see you in the next one.